I say before this one critically hits us, takes us out. Okay, so we're doing alright now. Obviously, we ran out of dumb, which is a requisite for this to work.
I shall attend to it in a trice. It shall be as you wish.
So we have to step back outside and sleep again. Nope. If we spawn enemies, we're going to quick load because we do not want to die miserably.
It shall be as you wish. I shall attend to it in a trice. It shall be as you wish.
Okay.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
So now we're here ready to take on another obnoxious fight, which is going to be a fight with Cloak. So we used Draw Upon Holy Might. I want to check something real quick. Class. Okay, so we can use Stunning Blow with the dagger. So that's interesting as well. That's something to keep in mind, because that might make a really big difference. It's a shame it lasts for such a short amount of time, but... I'm sitting here thinking about what we can do. Thinking about the best way to approach the next fight. I think for now it's just best to go ahead and stealth, quick save, and go up.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Wait, hold on. Why is... Karug isn't even visible. Oh, come on. Hit. Okay, so there's a greater wolfware there that hits really freaking hard, which we definitely can't take on the way we were.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Now, question is, can we come down
ask.
here? Because this is 3 regular wolfwares. Can we come down here and be invisible to... No, the greater wolfware still attaches side of us. Did our target change? Why did our target change? Oh, AI! Son of a gun. Okay, that's one down.
My spleen!
Oh, no, they've got a corner. Why would you go that way? Oh, gosh. I hate the AI in this game so much. Okay, alright.
You have but to ask.
We can do this.
It shall be as you wish.
It's going to be a huge pain in... Wait, where is Karug? Karug didn't spawn. So that's interesting. It's a shame we can't use bastard swords. Because that would be a better version of the dagger, essentially. We can run around. No, gosh dang it. We got hard. That's an instant death in this fight.
I shall attend to it in a trice. I shall attend to it in a trice.
Let's run over here. Let's quick save here. How do we is there a cancel movement button? No, our character still walked forward like an idiot.
You have but to ask.
Ow. Okay. Saved against the spell. Now I want that wizard to come attack us. Just us. He didn't do it. He didn't take the bait. Okay. Alright then. There's just a wolfware there now. Yeah, he turned into a wolfware. Okay. Why are there so many traps here? What the heck? Ow! Is it constant traps? Like traps that don't go away? No, 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 no. Oh my gosh, I've got to turn the AI off. I've got to turn the AI off. If I leave the AI on, it's gonna really screw me. No AI, much as I like the AI. Okay, I can see him. That's the only one I can see. Good. Now come attack me, buddy. He won't attack us. There we go. There we go. Alright. Stab him. Repeatedly. Actually, punch him repeatedly. Technically, I shouldn't use the dagger if I can help it. And this is just a regular warfare, not a greater. Okay, killed it. That's one. Still don't know why Karug is just missing for some reason. But whatever. Go ahead and hide in shadows. Okay, there's Tradiel's spellbook.
It shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. I shall attend to it in a trice.
Now we run down to
You have
Tradiel's
but to
house.
ask. It shall be as you wish.
Okay, Tradiel. Kind of in a rush here. And he's gone. Okay then. Well, we got 5,000 experience for that. We didn't get way off the island. Okay.
You have but to ask.
Did get a full heal. Seems the werewolves, or the wolf wearers, didn't approach us while we were out.
How may I be? You have but to ask. I shall attend to it in a trice.
Wonder if Karug will have respawned at all. Oh, there's a wolf wearer down here. Because we can take out one for sure. If we just had like an endless stream of one at a time,
I shall attend to it in a
we
trice.
could do it. We totally could. Oh, no, that's greater. Oh, yeah, we are in a spot of trouble here.
It shall be as you wish. You have but to ask.
Run, 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 run. Oh, my word, run. Don't get stuck on the furniture.
It shall be as you wish.
Run! Stop getting stuck! Oh my gosh, I hate the pathing in this game so much. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing we did last time where we just run right out of the town. Or right down to the town. Run away. Sleep. Return. Whoa, okay, well there's all those guys from the previous round. Great! Glad to see they survived. That explains why I couldn't find them. They were way over to the left. Okay, we're once again going to run all the way down here. And by that I mean all the way down here, because our character, as we know, will run down to here and stop like a numpty. Okay, we've slept. We will stealth, no matter how many times it takes. There we go. Seems that hiding in the shadows of the house helped. Or maybe it just I rolled better. I don't know. let's find a way past the wolf wares. Who appear to have mysteriously vanished again. Nope, they're over there. Okay.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Now the question is, where are the ones that are following us out here? No, please do not just walk around unstealthed. Oh my word. Hide in the shadows. Thank you. So did they...
You have but to ask.
I feel like they followed me out, but I don't...
It shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish.
So yeah, I mean... The big problem here is that Karug didn't spawn, for some reason. Now,
You
could
have
I
but to
theoretically
ask.
have led Karug
I
out
shall attend to
here?
it in a trice.
Or could I use the console to spawn Karug and fight him by himself or something? I could, technically speaking. But, I mean... I think it's safe to say that this is where we're going to stop Werewolf Island. Because, as I've shown, we flat out can't do it. I actually have already gone back past a save, I think, where Karug was spawned. So I would have to completely do the island over again to find Karug. Yeah, I mean, this island, I knew it wasn't going to be possible coming into it. I didn't expect the regular wolf wares to be as hard as they were. Which is honestly really irritating. I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't expecting them to be as strong as they are. Now, technically speaking, there is a way for me to complete this while remaining in the poverty run. Honestly, it would be absurd to do, but it's theoretically possible. And that is, I'm trying to check to make sure I'm giving the correct information here. That requires us to level up by grinding to level 15. You heard me right. Level 15. I could actually beat them at level 15. For one thing, I would have an additional 10 hit points. So 102 hit points would definitely help. My armor class would be lower. I would have a THACO of 6 base before modifications. And if you look here, it says my THACO is 3 while my base is 11. Or if you look here, it says my THACO is 7 with a base of 11. Either way, well, I think this one is the correct one, though I don't actually know for sure. But, I mean, if we're looking at it this way, -4 to whatever the base is, that would mean I'd have a 2 THACO. Or if this is correct, then, wow, I'd have a, what, -5 THACO? So, would be really good. My fist would deal 1d20 damage, and they'd also have, you know, a +2 on top of that, because of they'd be +3 weapons, which is more than, you know, 2 more than what I've got right now with my +1 fists. So, I mean, I'd be dealing, what, 11 to... well, yeah, no, it'd be 11 to 30 damage per blow. And I'd be able to hit them, because while you can't hit them with anything that is not either silver nor enchanted highly, you know, for the most part, you're not going to find anything that's enchanted highly enough in this game. It requires +3 to hit if you're just using a base enchanted weapon, which we don't have. I don't even remember if there is a +3 weapon in this game. I want to say there's a +3 weapon, but we obviously can't use it. So we were just stuck unless we were to level up, to grind up to level 15. But not only would that be absurd, because we have 60,700 or 607,000 XP right now. To get to level 15, it would require me to grind, probably on the wyverns, because that's the best thing I can think of for grinding. It would require me to get over 1 million extra XP. Well, not over. It'd be a little bit under 1 million extra XP. Because I'd have to get all the way to 1,575,000. So close to 1 million more than what I have right now. And what's more is, I mean, not only would it be absurd, absolutely absurd, but I'd be really close to just completely breaking the balance of the game. I mean, I'm already stronger than I should be, but we're talking catastrophically broken. Could I do it? Yeah, I guess. Would it take an absurd amount of time? Yeah, absolutely. And I wouldn't want to cheese it by, just keeping the experience in and saying, well, I could have grinded, but I didn't have to. I have a life to get around to. I don't want to do that. If I can't actually put the time in to grind it, I don't want to grind it. So I think at this point we're gonna have to say goodbye to Werewolf Island. This was always going to kind of be the eventuality of this stream. I mean, we're not done once we leave the island, but this was always kind of going to be the way it was. The highest level that I would naturally get to in this game is level 13. So even if I were to get to level 13, I'd still have to grind another 450,000 extra XP. And that's assuming that I made it to level 13, which I think it's more likely that I'll probably make it to around level 11 or 12 by the time I've completed everything. So I think this is where we're going to have to end our attempt. It's unfortunate, but I mean, maybe by the time I'm right at the doorstep of the final boss room, I'll be close enough that I feel it's worth it to go and grind. I don't expect that to be the case, though. So, as it stands, I think this is where we have to say goodbye to all of these saves and the What If Tugel Went to the Werewolf Island file. I think this is it. So, yeah. We gained about 100, more like 52,000 XP during our attempt. Which isn't an insane amount. I mean, it's not like we're losing a lot by missing out on the island. We maybe miss 100,000 XP by not doing the island. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. Is it disappointing? Absolutely. That 100,000 could mean the difference between level 11 and level 12. But I feel like this is probably just the most legitimate way to go about it. Let me know what you guys think. If you have an opinion on the subject, go ahead and say it. We'll see. Personally, though, I think it's time we say farewell to Olgoth's beard.
It shall be as you wish.
We'll come back here later, of course. We still plan to do Durlag's Tower, and I genuinely think we can beat Durlag's Tower. It's going to be hard, but I genuinely believe we can do it. How easy will it be? Probably not very. But the number of powerful enemies that hit really hard is less per encounter. We'll see. I might not be able to do Durlag's Tower either, but that's a question for another time, shall we say. For now, let's head to Candlekeep and continue with the main quest.
It shall be as you wish.
And while we're here, let's go ahead and real quick travel down to Nashkel to
You
give...
have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Oh no!
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Bandits! I'm not concerned about this fight. Suffice it to say.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Yeah. We'll go give the guy his wolf pelt.
So I kicked him in the
I don't
head till he was
think we
dead.
get any XP for doing so, but hey, it's another quest complete. And one that's taken us quite a bit longer than I think it would most players.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I feel defeated. I feel exhausted after the attempt at Werewolf Island. Strange how that can
It shall be
happen.
as you wish.
Just from playing a game.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
Yep, so we got 500 gold for our troubles, which obviously doesn't really matter to us, but hey, it's a quest completed. At this point, I don't think there are any quests outside of our current chapter that we have to do. Apparently we never finished a hidden base, which is odd, but completed everything in Chapter 4. Chapter 5, rising tensions with and important events. Well, important events return to Candlekeep. That's what we're doing right this second, one could argue. Yeah. Oh man, I really do feel exhausted from that
It shall be as you wish.
fight. Jeez. Defeat is never satisfying. That's the message one can take away from this. You can learn from it, but it's not satisfying.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
So, oh right, I remember this book of ancient knowledge was given to us for this quest. That's right. Okay. Keeper of the portal.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
So you could have come back and talked to this guy early on. I mean, literally as soon as Gorion died, you could come back here and talk to him. But if you say, I don't have a book, but I used to live here, all he does is say, sorry, I know who you are, I know you've dwelt here all your life, but rules are rules. Also known as Candlekeep sucks. But here we have the book needed. And this guy is pretty nice. He's happy to see us once again. He tells us to have our less civilized refrain from causing trouble, which is funny because we don't have any friends. We've never had friends. It's strange being back here, though. The question is there anything new to do? So I think, let's see here. Where is everything? Bunkhouse, priest's quarters. That's where we're going first.
Salutations. I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
We ran past somebody.
Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I am certain I have seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it.
I am Tugal, and I called this place home for many years.
Tugal? Then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago and conferred with your foster father as you were off to chores. I am not much your senior, really. I am certain you tire of hearing it, and that Legion have told you the same, but Gorion was well known to me. His death has been mourned by many.
I have received sympathy from many a person I've never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation?
Simple respect is all that it is. Gorion did many good things for many people. Last I spoke with him, I was barely acquainted with his fellows myself, but those who harbor do tend to keep to themselves their affiliations. He was a long-standing member, from what I understand. Likely he said nothing to you, because he wished your childhood to be as normal as possible. I suppose all parents wish this, whether the child is theirs or not. I have yet to meet anyone who made claim to achieving it, though. How do you wager you have fared?
As well as can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown.
Would that I had a gold coin for every person I have heard say such a thing. I'm sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials we must overcome. We all have a side that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. Bah, such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. And I will take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again before I am to go. The tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless, and I am sure to be here for a 10-day at least. There are some within the central keep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise of you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend.
Now, I don't remember who Catterley is supposed to be, but I do know that he is actually a character from, like, the books. Or from just the lore of D&D, of the Forgotten Realms. Kind of like how, the Elminster. Kind of like how Elminster is just a staple of the universe, of the setting. Catterley also had a place within the setting. I think his is more along the lines of how Drizzt is connected to everything than how Elminster is, but I'm not certain. Either way.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Oh, there's cats everywhere, and this one is dead.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Apparently we startled him. What are you doing to that cat? It died and he's studying it. What is there to study? It's a dead cat. The bones, the muscle structure, the shape of it, how its fur lies, where its ears are placed, the length of its whiskers, the sharpness of its teeth. I must know it all, you cur. Now leave me to it. That's... 1, very rude for a supposed priest, and 2, that's, a little creepy. Well, why would you need to know that? Why would anyone? Unless you pry so hard, you meddlesome brat. Forget the plan. I'll taste you now, I will, and study your dead flesh as I do the cat. And it's a doppelganger. Well, that's a bad sign. If there are doppelgangers in Candlekeep, that is certainly cause for concern.
It shall be as you wish.
Okay, well... if we talk to, Hull down at the gate, he'll... we'll talk to him, see if there's any information he can give us, but... I don't, he gives you an item, but we don't actually need one.
What do you need?
But Dreppin, our old friend, basically asks us what it's like, and we say it's big. I don't know how else to put it. It's weird. And he mentions that the Iron Throne members are here. I've always thought it would be interesting to play a run where good old Dreppen comes along with you. Wait, is Hole there? I didn't see him. Maybe he's, Oh, yeah, he's not in the same spot. He's not on duty at the gates like he was when we first left Candlekeep.
You have but to ask.
Fuller's in here, though. Let's talk to him.
I should have joined the army.
He's asks what we've been up to. And we'll just kind of say that we've been... Well, you know what? I think our character would just be so happy to see friendly faces and the faces he grew up with. I think he'll just kind of humorously say he took the long route home. Friendly Arm, Baragos, Nashkel, Baldur's Gate. And Fuller responds with a laugh. The gate, is it? I hear that if you can stand the smell, the nightlife's great. You're taking me on an all-expenses-paid tour of the place someday, you realize.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Of course, we can't go in here. This isn't an actual building. It's a tutorial building that we could have gone into when we first started, but why would we? Like I said, it's a tutorial building. There's good old Hole. There's a face I never thought I'd see again in a million years. When we heard about Grind's passing, Fuller and I went out to gather his body, but you were nowhere to be seen. I don't know what you came across that night, but Grind died a noble death, saving you from it. Thanks for taking care of his remains, Hole. I didn't have the means. Someday we'll sit down over a mug of ale and I'll tell you about it. I'll look forward to it, kid. At the end of the day, rude as he may have been, Hole's a decent guy.
It shall be
there's
as you wish.
Parda. Oh, Tugol, I heard you had returned. If only it weren't in such dark times. Something is afoot in Candlekeep. There is an unvoiced panic among those who still call these haunted halls our home. You must help us, I pray you. Anything, dear Potter, just tell me how. How? How? If only I knew! Go around, search about. You have been away for a time. Perhaps your eyes will see things that we cannot. We have been here too long. We are blind to the malignancies, for they have crept up so slowly and absorbed themselves into our gaze. But they are there. My eyes can't see them. My ears can't hear them. But all that is in me screams with the knowledge that they are there. Now hush! No one must know that we've been talking.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And interestingly enough, we can't go into the barracks. You try the doorknob and a muffled voice from inside the barracks says, "Go away, you chump." If you'll remember, the doppelgangers we fought in the Seven Sons called us apes, I believe, or monkeys, one of the two. Makes you wonder. Of course, we still have the voice of the voices.
When shadows descend upon the lands, our divine Lord will walk alongside us.
Which, if you listen to their singing, it's actually a specific plot, or their reference to the plot of the game. Like, if you can decipher what they're saying, it's actually basically the plot of the game. Here's good old Flydia, though.
Hello there.
She's her usual ditzy self. It's an interesting question for everybody that has played this game before, do you think of Flydia more as an old woman or like a middle-aged woman? I always think of her as like a ditzy librarian type, like middle-aged librarian type. But I know some people think that she's like an old woman who's gone a bit senile. I'm always curious to hear what people think about that. Is there anything hidden in the hay? Like there was when we first started? There is actually the history of Halrua, which is the book we got for her, for Flydia, way back at the start of the game. So she's left her copy in there again. Let's go see if she wants it back. Well, we've got her book, but we can't give it to her. We'll just drop it on the ground, and maybe she'll notice later. Let's go see good old Winthrop. Our beloved sort of uncle figure, I suppose. Hopefully he's doing well.
You have but to ask.
Oh, there's Revor.
By Moradin's hammer!
You have been away without leave, soldier. Are you expecting forgiveness? Are you expecting redemption? Well, spare me. I want 500 push-ups and I want them now.
To be fair, 500 push-ups, very hard, but 2 gold could probably do it. He's got the constitution of 20 and strength of 19. I feel like 500 push-ups is probably not beyond him. How about old Winthrop?
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Oh, now there's the rapscallion. Sit on the little wisp now and make every bolt count.
Winthrop, you old fool, if I had an arrow for every one of these practical jokes you played on me, I don't know, I'd have a lot of arrows. Well met, my friend.
Yes, you'd run me right out the fletching business in a flash, you would. It's good to see your impish face again. Now fill me in on what it is you've been doing lately.
I've been adventuring, Winthrop. There's a world out there and it needs a righteous old kick in the arse every now and again, doesn't it?
Spoken with the wisdom of a true fool. By the gods, I love this bastard child.
Good old Winthrop. Never change, buddy. We'll take a quick nap. Go upstairs, see if anybody's upstairs that we care about. I doubt it. I'm inclined to say that it'll all be the same people that it was before. Sleepy man, sleeping dwarf. Aye, same as before. Nothing of note.
It shall be as you wish.
Oh, come on. Character wouldn't leave the exit.
You have but to ask.
Alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's too much else for us to do. So let's head into Candlekeep proper. We weren't able to enter this building at the start of the game. But let's enter it now. Make a hard save here. It's been a while since we've made one.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
There's good old Karin. Over there. And yet another regular reader. As well as Theoden and Jessup, who I actually don't remember. I recognize their names, but I don't recognize where they're from. How we know them. looks of little interest to us.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Theoden wants to talk to us. Got some amusing dialogue here. Well, dipped me in broth and called me stewed if it isn't little Tugel. Why, I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time anyway. Hello, Theoden, how have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep. Of course, you never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot on your trail. Took the cloak right off his back you did, and made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Kelvin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Oh, such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Oh, Gorion was shaking like a leaf, he was so mad. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared they were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin bursts out in the biggest laugh you ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad except you, Tugel. You just stood there naked as the day you were born and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any old time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your friends would love to see. Remember the one of Tugel on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do. In the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. Old people.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Oh, hello, young one. I trust you're keeping out of trouble? Of course you are. Run along and play with your little friends now. Jessup doesn't have much to say to us, clearly.
Something on your mind?
Karen wants to talk. Tugel, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them now that I have returned. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? Yes, call the Watchers, but first tell me if you've seen anything strange about the library today. Strange? Why, yes, that is just the word I would have used for that Kavarus fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Alondo's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath. But when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look. This Kavarus is dangerous, though. I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. There's some sort of Kavarus fellow, apparently, that's strange.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes. No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
So, most of these readers don't seem like they have too much of interest to tell us, but this one recognizes us and mentions that 3 men work for that mercantile organization, the Iron Throne. And they've been meeting with the two spookiest people he's ever seen. It's like clockwork. Every day on the 3rd floor to discuss who knows what kind of dastardly plots. Then he laughs and just says, it's probably just counting money. I don't know, though.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Apparently both this reader and the one down here are studying the same book. How convenient.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
That one doesn't have anything to say at all.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Wow, apparently every one of the readers is really obsessed with Rigerd II's martial strategies. Alright, well it doesn't look like there's too much else here. Quick save and go on up further. Priest of Agma, Ben
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Or Ben Dallas. Readers, chanters. There was that Kavras fellow over there too. Right there. Another Priest of Agma down there. Another one there. A reader. Not too many people of interest. Let's talk to Ben Dallas first. See if there's anything of note with him.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Hello, Tuchel. It is good to see you here once again. Pity you cannot have returned during a more restful time. Why? What is going on that would cause you such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things seem a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants, for one, and some of our own monks are acting odd as well. But one fellow in particular. Really? And who would that be? Well, there's this fellow named Kavras. I assume he's a visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. He makes me nervous. I think he's had the same effect on others as well. Young Shistel has been out of sorts for days now. He's not as thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. It seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It's been quite nice speaking with you.
Sounds like, this Kavras fellow may be trouble. And what's more, Shistel sounds like he may have been replaced by a doppelganger.
You need something, stranger?
I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself.
Please do.
My name is Kavras. I used to work for your father, running messages to his harbor friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me, and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it?
And what evil befell him, Kavras?
You were there. You saw it all. A woman, an armored figure, 2 ogres wielding clubs, and 2 archers. But Gorian's petty magic was of little use against them, was it not? And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke. Now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne so close that you can almost touch them and wreak your revenge that night.
You're right, Kavras. I was there. Myself, my father, and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you, if you know so much?
If you be so void of trust, I'm surprised you've made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance or your doom at the hand of the Iron Throne. I wash my hands of it.
And he does not give us the ring. Very strange fellow. It's really sketchy
You
how
have
he
but to
knows so
ask.
much about what happened that horrible first night. I wonder. My dear sir, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentleman, so would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irate companion Brunos lets his temper get ahead of his reason. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who've caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon, so will Duke Elton. And you're stupid enough to admit this? Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you've left, there will be no place for you to run. We'll leave, but don't think that this is the last of it. It won't be. Not by a long shot. That's fine, little ones. I'm sure we can expect to see you in the future, if not in person, then at least your heads. So I didn't actually intend to initiate dialogue with them, but here we have the leaders of the Iron Throne. Rieltar, Kestor, Brunos, and Tooth. Another reader. Wonder if he has anything to say. I doubt it.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Nope, he's just obsessed with Rigard II. Let me guess, you two?
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Oh no, he's just busy. Maybe he'll read Rigard later. What about this priest?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Where can we find Tectoral? Okay, you don't keep track of the schedule.
Wisdom is only possessed by the learned.
Orant is in his apartment on the 6th floor, but don't bother him, he doesn't like unannounced intrusions. That sounds about right. The old sod. There's Shistel.
You have but to
Let's
ask.
go talk to him.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Leave me be, stranger. I've work to do.
All the other monks gave me a warm welcome. Why not you?
I've no interest in idle chatter. If you knew the daily routine of a monk, you would understand.
I know the routine well. I lived here for many years. It is you who should know me.
Of course. It is just that I do not recognize your face. I'm just not acquainted with all the monks quite yet.
I was not a monk. I think you're lying, Shistel.
You would do well to leave me be. I tire of this game. Take your questions and go away, monkey.
Oh no, I have many more questions to ask. For starters, who are you really?
I am your death, foolish meat.
Greater doppelganger, wow. I don't know what his end plan, like his end game was there, but it sure didn't go well for him. He just got taken out like a sack of old potatoes. Whatever. Now, one of these rooms, and I don't remember which one, I think we can actually ask the Priest of Ogma to give us answers on this. Oh, perfect, there's one right there. I think it's that room. But one of these rooms was actually Gorian's.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
No, he will not tell us. Okay, fine. I think it's this room, though. Not that. Nor that. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's this one? No. Gorian's, room is somewhere around here. I suppose it's possible it's further up than I thought, but... Other than Schistel, there's not really a whole lot of interest. No, it is the 5th floor that we need to go up to.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Oh, there's Plato here. That's... Or, I'm sorry, Piatto. I was wondering. Hold on, Plato's here.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Tugal, good to see you. I trust you are well?
As well as can be expected, Piatto. How have you been?
Oh, I pine for the days when you and Gorion still called Candlekeep home. You brought a bit of energy to these walls. I shall have to speak with you at length later, but for now you must rest. Gorion's old room is 3rd on the south corridor, just as it was. I think there are a few things for you there as well. We shall see you later.
3rd on the south corridor. Obviously this corridor, but I think it's this room, maybe the next one. I'm not sure how many rooms there are. Nope. Well, actually, I don't know. Piatto just wandered into this room, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's his. Let's find out how many rooms there are, and then we can go ahead and check it out. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep, it is this one. A letter from Gorion. Here we go. Hello, Tugal. If you are reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me, but I feel much better thinking that you would. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would have never been given the chance. First off, I am not your biological father, for that distinction lies with an entity known as Baal. Excuse me, Baal. The Baal that I speak of is the one you know of as a divinity. In the crisis known as the Time of Troubles, when the gods walked Faerun, Baal was also forced into a mortal shell. He was somehow forewarned of the death that awaited him during this time. For reasons unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Your mother was one of those women, and as you know, she died in childbirth. I had been her friend and, on occasion, lover. I felt obligated to raise you as my own. I have always thought of you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You were a special child. The blood of gods runs through your veins. If you make use of our extensive library, you will find that our founder, Alondo, had many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Baal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purposes. One, a man who calls himself Saravak, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep, and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are. And that is where we will leave today. With the revelation that Tugal is the son of the god of murder, Baal. Who is this Saravak fellow, besides being Rieltar's son? And what's his connection to us? Why is the Iron Throne trying to take over the country? Just for money and power, or something else? Well, we'll find out next time. Thank you to everybody for stopping by. I appreciate everybody that came by and checked out the stream. As always, you can follow me over on Twitter as well as YouTube at Karen_Driel. I upload my VODs there, as well as potentially future pre-recorded content. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good day. Later. Peace.